Alright, everybody, welcome back to game number 2, Potential Team versus MODO. MODO grabbing a Skywrath Mage in their first pick, while Potential go for the Warlock. MODO also removing 2 key pieces of Potential's game plan last game, and the Leshrac and the Sand King.
Ten seconds remaining.
Potential played
very,
very well last game. They really just kind of got ahead at the start and never fell behind. There were a couple of missteps here and there. They would lose a few heroes, but MODO just never really got the momentum to take the game back in any meaningful way. Potential with running that Warlock again, who I think you could make a very strong case for being the strongest support in the game right now. Nyx Assassin also very, very good, and also very, very good against Skywrath Mage, not because of Spike Carapace, but because you burn a lot of that hero's mana, and boy does he need his mana. If this is a support Nyx, I'm already loving Potential's duo. I hate sounding like I'm super biased towards one team, but I really love these 2 heroes as supports. They offer a lot of control. They've got great team fight. They do well in the lane. Skywrath, though, has, I think, recently kind of had a bit of a spike in popularity. A very good hero to just bully people out of their lanes so hard. And we'll see. Potentially going to be what, like, it could be a mid Skywrath. I don't like mid Skywrath, but it could be. But they could also just really bully whatever off lane out of it, like just harass it out of existence, especially if they run a Lich. Nyx Assassin does okay against that hero. I actually kind of like what MODO did too. Both teams have one. I'm not even going to say greedy. These heroes are just not greedy at all. And I do apologize for the lag. I'm going to tab out really quick to try to see what's causing this.
Team ban.
Alright, well, I am back, and hopefully that issue will be resolved. Night Stalker removed by MODO. And wow, yeah, these teams, I think both have taken a very different direction in the way that they're drafting. Picking super not greedy heroes. Sky, I guess you could argue, is a little greedy in the level department. But when you have a Lich, if they did a tri-lane this time, Lich kind of just sets up your tri-lane for success. You always deny the opponent range creep, and your teammates get XP for it, increasing the amount of XP you get and reducing theirs, obviously, so that you can still build some kind of an XP advantage, even if you wanted to do a tri-lane. If it were tri-v-tri, it would really come down to what the cores were, but I don't believe we'll see a tri-v-tri situation.
Radiant team ban.
Bloodseeker also removed by Potential, a hero that they don't seem to want to play against. Both teams, I'm assuming, are looking for the remaining 3 cores, most likely to pick their off-laners and their mid-laners first, and then go into their safe lane heroes.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds
And it
remaining.
is Potential with the first pick in the second phase. Again, I really like both of these drafts. And I really do. I think I like the Nyx Warlock a little bit better because I think they're better late game. I think early game Lich Sky is just super high impact with less levels. Like Sacrifice and his Q versus Skywrath just his Q and like maybe his Silence and Slow. Or even really just one like the Q plus any one of those other abilities. It's just so strong in the early game. Wars Potential are going to need time to get the ball rolling. They're going to need time to, get a couple levels on that Nyx for the mana
Dire
burn,
team pick.
get a couple levels on the Warlock for the heal and the bonds, and get the Golem.
Radiant team pick.
Phantom Lens.
But now going for PL, another hero that I think this hero is great against Skywrath Mage, good against Lich until Lich gets Ags, and even then he's still fine against the hero. It's not like a hard counter or anything, but it is nice as the Lich to just bounce that ball around. But the Frost Armor going to be incredibly useful at preventing the illusion
10
damage.
seconds remaining.
And you must keep in mind, Diffusal Blade is physical damage.
5 seconds remaining.
So the Frost Armor does help to
Dire
reduce
team
the
pick.
Diffusal Blade damage.
Legion Commander.
And now LC picked up by MODO. Seems like a very reactionary pick, but is another strong laning hero. PL, his illusions just die and he gets nuked if he's standing in them. It's
10
reactionary,
seconds
the
remaining.
MODO's LC.
5 seconds remaining.
And I apologize for all of the Steam messages. I'm sure that is really annoying. I'll mute those really quick. I'm trying to ask people to stop talking to me, but for whatever reason, when I cast, people like to spam message me on Steam. But that should be mostly done now, and let's get back to what you guys are really here for, which is this game number 2. And if you're watching in-game, you didn't hear any of that anyway, so congratulations. I hope you're enjoying the cast. Potential team. The Legion, I actually think that's really quite good for them. It's a reactionary pick in that it counters the PL. I think the hero does okay against Nyx Warlock. I don't think it's actually, if Nyx Carapace is a big overwhelming odds, she could just die. Warlock is an easy duel.
Radiant
I think it's a
team
fine pick. I don't think it's too crazy, and I'm going to say the same about that Dragon Knight. I think it's fine. It's not too crazy. They have a lot of magic damage on MODO with the Skywrath and the Lich, and GK does not do amazing against magic damage lineups, but can get a BKB. Infused Raindrops 2, of course, will eat a total of 5 Skywrath cubes, which is really nothing because it has like a 2.5 second cooldown. Like,
10
Raindrops
seconds
feels
remaining.
mandatory against Sky, but is also an item that he's just going to tear through in no time at all
5
to no
seconds
cost to
remaining.
himself. I really hope you can't hear me drinking water.
Dire team ban.
And MODO, in response,
Tinker.
go for a Tinker. They have a Nyx. Nyx is a good hero at killing rats, like Tinker. Though, if the Tinker gets a really good start, he could just team fight, and they could just roll over Potential. Both teams are leaning
10
towards their
seconds
last
remaining.
picks. The safe lane carry picked by Potential. MODO have
5
not
seconds
picked theirs.
remaining.
MODO going to be looking for their safe lane, while Potential are after... Excuse me. Well, Potential are after, I assume, their off lane. I imagine it's support Nyx. They might want to run it core. Taking a lot of their time, but it is kind of a complicated issue. What kind of carry do MODO want? You might want to get rid of something like Sven, I guess.
Radiant team ban.
They take out the Juggernaut. Gyro also still in the pool, but that hero has kind of fallen a little bit out of favor. I think it's still quite good.
Ten seconds remaining.
The Jug ban
5
from them,
seconds
MODO gonna need to
remaining.
remove a strong offlaner. There's like Tidehunter, Centaur, Bat is still in the pool, but I don't think that Potential pick it. I mean, unless they really want to fuck with this Tinker. Both teams digging deep into their reserve times, trying to figure out what they want to remove. MODO, Bat's a decent ban just because of what it does to the Tinker. They have tools to kill something like a Pangolier, but if potential pick it up, they have some very strong early, like mid-game fights once he gets a Blink Dagger, a lot of nuke damage.
Radiant team
They
pick.
took out TA, though, expecting an offlane, maybe like a non-mid DK, and they may not want to run the DK mid against a Tinker. You run the support PL, you run DK in the off lane, and PL in the save. Actually, you know what, now that I think about it, everyone in AD2L just plays safe lane DK, or off lane DK, which personally,
10
I'm not a
seconds
huge
remaining.
fan of. But I don't think the hero is strong enough in the mid
5
right now,
seconds
unless the
remaining.
matchup is like against, for example, a TA, to really go mid, because he just gets harassed by everybody until he gets level 3 or 3-ish. Then he can out regen. And now MODO
Dire
hunting for
team
the last
pick.
pick. They decide to go for a
Phantom
Phantom
Assassin.
Assassin. Great pick this game because of all the right click that potential have. The Dragon Knight, the PL, all very right click oriented. You can even dodge Vendetta attacks. So MODO's PA going to have a really nice game, I think. It could be very, very hard to actually kill for potential.
10 seconds remaining.
And
5
now potential
seconds
going to have to look
remaining.
for either a mid or an off laner to really fill the void, but they're going for a
All we
Viper. The
need is a
break,
hero.
great against Legion, great against PA, and the mid game of potential is very, very high. I sort of worry about MODO just not being able to kill potential's heroes. They're so tanky. I really love this Viper pick. I think it cripples the PA. It's devastating against the Legion 2, as Legion will not have access to her counterattack, which means she won't have access to her self-healing inside her duels. I'm curious to see if the Viper goes for like the magic damage build, like Kaya, Maelstrom, Ags sort of build, or if he goes more like right-click oriented, utility-oriented. We'll see. But DK, I don't love the way they lane it, but I think this game it will work quite well. I just feel like MODO's draft does look good. I think it's kind of like the reverse of last game. We know that Dire are probably going to do quite well in their lanes, but if MODO survive their lanes, and not just survive them, but even just win 1 or 2, especially if they win the PA lane or the Tinker lane, they may be able to take over the game. Especially a hero like Tinker.
It
But
is time
now to
prepare
introduce
for
the team's
battle.
MODO's Voodoo, playing the offlane Ninja Commander with Prodigal Sun on a Skywrath Mage Griffey, playing Phantom Assassin Danny on the Lich, and Tinker, played by Simple. While on the other side of the map, we have Fiery Man on the Dragon Knight, Government playing the Phantom Lancer, Allison on Viper, Warlock by Dadanerd once again, and then 204 playing Nyx Assassin. We do have a pause, hopefully a short one. Hopefully there's no real serious issues for either side. I can't believe you can tip people in custom games.
Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой! Бежать! Это ненормально!
Oh, I love these voice lines. They make life worth living.
Красавчик!
Legion has reconnected, so hopefully everybody will be ready to get started here in just a second. We can get game number 2. Again, it is a best of 2, so no matter who wins, the series will be over after this game.
Боже, как это больно!
Still paused, but looking at these mid matchups, it's going to be Tinker versus Viper. I think Viper might actually struggle a little bit. Basically just going to have to punish whenever the laser is on cooldown. Like, when you can't really trade against Tinker when he's got his laser up, But otherwise, like when the Tinker hits the laser, the Viper can't right click with the poison attack. Even still, you're gonna get hit by corrosive skin. I think it's sort of rough for Tinker. Viper not gonna take a lot of damage from March of the Machines early game either. In fact, Tinker might just take more damage from the corrosive skin than he deals with the March. It's going to be an interesting situation for him. Potential's team may not be flashy, but it is, I think, going to be quite
30 seconds
effective. The
remaining.
Skywrath Mage, though, and the Lich could make laning exceptionally difficult for these heroes. An interesting decision, though, to lane the Lich with the PA up in the off lane. I assume their reasoning for this is you put your off laner against theirs, and with the Lich, you can practically guarantee that your safe lane hero will get ahead against their off lane. You'll have creep equilibrium in your favor thanks to sacrifice. Both mids just going for their blocks. That's super normal. Mids don't usually go to bounties unless they're trying to contest. Both teams putting down aggressive wards just so they can see the other side's high ground. Good block at the bot lane. This is interesting. I think it's okay-ish for DK because he has such good regen, but it's still going to be annoying until level 3, at which point his regen goes to 6. That's just so much HP regen, but it's already taking a lot of harass, and Nyx Assassin not going to be able to contribute super heavily to this lane until later in the game. Well, up here, I think PA, nothing too crazy. The lane going to be in her favor, of course, thanks to the Lich. And he has sacrificed up in just a few seconds. And their best bet, I think, is just to try to outpoke. Just like Shadow Words, Spirit Lances, but Peel's going to run out of mana, and Warlock might want to save that for a heal at some point, too.
Not for you.
Tinker, if he gets ahead, will very likely rotate heavily against this fight, especially because early travels could cause some chaos in other lanes. So I think the most important lane to win for MODO is probably their mid lane, so that your Tinker can get active, get aggressive, and really start doing stuff. Whereas Viper, I mean, he'll gank, very likely, but I don't know if it's as crazy as, you know, a TP Rockets. Warlock trying his best to even out the lane, but unfortunately his range creep does continue to come in anyway. Data Nerd going to need to make sure that he gets good pulls to ensure that they're able to keep equilibrium at least somewhat in their favor. Otherwise, against Sacrifice, you're always going to be pushed. And I think Voodoo doing pretty well in the bot lane. I think DK was hoping to have, I'm not going to say an easier lane, but this is probably the worst lanes for him, like the worst heroes to have in his lane. Like the Legion doesn't care about right-click trading. He's got this guy harassing him. It's just obnoxious. They're doing the full burst, and that's exactly what Simple needs to do against Allison. Every time you see that Viper go for a right click and you have it, laser him. Otherwise, you're going to get slowly poked to death, and while laser's on cooldown, keep your distance. Oh, Nyx with an invis. Has Impale, 1.6 second duration on that stun. So will Simple even get in position to be caught? He's playing really careful. They need to get that stun. Does manage to, and I think this could be the end of this Tinker. Mana burn, he's got rockets taking a lot of damage over time. Will tick out just barely. First blood for Allison. A very fortuitous or unfortunate, depending on who you ask, invisibility rune for 204. And really, this Viper needed that. He really needed the help. Like, he's almost half the CS of the Tinker. The laser harass has just been really bugging him, but they lose Fiery Man at bot. So both teams getting something in this game.
Have lost theirs.
While at the top, PL getting zoned by this or denied by this, Lich still manages to get his XP, get his last hit sitting at the top. Danny just trying to soak, maybe going to try to prevent the creeps from pulling. Yeah, he's just going to try to stop from pulling them into the other camp. Is Warlock a god? No, he's not. If he had followed, maybe he gets that. But nicely done from Danny. Trying to secure farm and XP for his PA. But even with that Lich, PL, level 4. Bounty runes now spawning. Nyx getting 1. Likely to get the second one too. I don't know that the Radiant are going for these bounties. No, Alison's so low. Yeah, the Tinker having a great time against this Viper. Popping a salve, drinking a bottle charge.
For the dead.
And the Tinker, again, just the Tinker doing well could be enough to propel MODO to victory because of all the space he can create. He can split push. He's got great AoE, massive burst if he gets like a Dagon, F-Blade, which that's like so far down the line. But even just like the Blink Soul Ring rearm damage could be
Dire's
enough
middle tower is
to get
in the
those
wrong
kills.
end of business.
Nyx Assassin perhaps posturing to go for another kill on Simple. He is level 6. They don't have level 6 on Allison yet though. So no Viper Strike to slow him down and keep him in position. Another pause. And an immediate unpause though. So we are getting the game back to being started. Simple does not have laser. He does have it. Does get it onto Allison. The duration could be enough to save, but he still gets applied to that. Another Toxin. He's getting very, very low, keeping him slowed down. One more hit will do it. Just barely able to get it with the bottle charge. Maybe keeping him alive. He needs to pop another one, and he takes out Allison. Another kill thanks to the help of this Nyx Assassin. And this is what I think potential team have to do. They have to make sure that that Tinker does not get to take off. They don't have bad heroes to deal with the Tinker. Most notably, they have the Nyx, who can just hunt him down, kill him, and really, you know, move on with his life. It's very easy to do that for Nyx because he has Carapace to stun him in March. You can catch him in Viz with Vendetta, but otherwise, their heroes are pretty bad at it. Dragon Knight, PL, Viper, these heroes need to commit to waves if they're going to kill them. PL, his illusions don't last very long, so he needs to get an army. He needs to be there to create an illusion army, allowing him to shove the wave, allowing him to clean up the wave. And Viper has not bad AoE, but not great. And Dragon Knight also needs to be able to puke out his Q and perhaps goes for a Maelstrom to help that process. But Tinker split pushing is just so hard for them to really stop. They, again, just not the best wave clear on potential team. Their dream, I think, is just Death Ball, probably. You have Warlock, DK, PL, Viper. You know, you can even get a mech on your Viper if you want it. It's not something we see as much anymore because mech's mana cost is so high. But the way potential team is built is that they want to take this game early. They want to, I think, group up and win early fights and just stop these heroes, these late game oriented heroes, the PA, and the Tinker, and even I guess to some degree the Legion Commander if she wins duels, preventing them from getting any kind of farm, getting any duel wins, pushing down any towers and side lanes, and just force them to fight early before they're ready to do so. Legion Commander has reconnected, and we do have another unpause, so the game back underway. I think we've been paused at least as long as the game has been going, a whole 6.5 minutes, but hopefully that is the last of any issues. Voodoo, actually, this Legion, all of these MODO here is farming so well. Potential team have managed to at least keep the Tinker from crushing the Viper, but Tinker is still very, very well farmed. Lich here now, I think, wants to get a deny on one of these creeps to keep the Tinker closer to his tower so that he doesn't get nixed again. Up top, though, it is just the PA versus the PL and the Warlock. Shadow Word coming out. Griffey throwing out a dagger. Not level 6 yet, so can't really turn and go for a kill. And Nyx has a smoke popped. They know the Lich is there. Viper Strike coming out onto Simple. Danny is here. A lot of damage over time, but Allison also getting low. The rockets doing a ton of damage to 204, but Tinker no rearm, able to launch the second wave of rockets to kill off any heroes. The Sentry Ward also dropped in mid by MODO so that when this Nyx does hit level 6, he's not able to sneak in with the Vendetta. So the mid lane, a hot spot for both sides, but man, this PL is farming 45 last hits and 10 denies. He's having a great lane so far. Is he going Battle Fury? Not sure what else he would get besides Battle Fury, maybe just a casual Ring of Health. Why does it keep doing that? Hood of Defiance? Yes, I suspect he's going a Hood of Defiance. Pretty good this game against Legion, Tinker, or sorry, Sky, Tinker, Lich. Nice value item for the hero. And oh, mid. 1 for 1, but Nyx for another, and it looks like another hero loses his life. A double kill for Allison. Nyx's death certainly not in vain as that Viper picks up 2. Still a little bit behind on CS, but why farm creeps when you can farm heroes? However, I guess this Phantom Lancer would be opposed to that mantra as he is farming quite nicely. Ring of Aquila complete, can just about finish his Hood of Defiance. Griffey forced into shrining, and I believe both teams have popped like pretty much all their shrines. Yep, all shrines currently on cooldown. Dragon Knight coming back nicely in farm now that Legion Commander trying to maybe roam. Without Sky 6, I do not think they can kill this guy, and I think they know it too. Voodoo not really going for it. Well, the top, the Chain Frost bouncing all the wrong ways or right ways. Griffey going after this PL, but he just heals for so much thanks to that Warlock heal. And the Chain Frost not quite bouncing the way they needed it to. Also, no 6 yet on Griffey. Once he gets that crit, a crit dagger could be the only thing that they need to motivate some kind of an engagement. Now finding the coup de grace. See those crit daggers start coming out probably at the least opportune times possible for a potential team. Hiding now. Can they find the right one? They do see him. Another crit dagger. The heal coming in. He pops his hood too. And even considering a re-engagement or at least some harass. While mid, a TP going into mid. They want to go on this Viper perhaps, but this guy very, very tanky. The pure damage from the Tinker may be all that they need. And potential team a 2K gold lead. Starting to fall a little bit behind in farm, and oh, Tinker getting a quick and easy kill with the help of Skywrath Mage on that Viper. A lot of gold going his way. And overall net worth, though, we see PL sitting at the top. Potential team only a 1K gold lead, and that's pretty much the difference between Phantom Lancer and Tinker. So all of that advantage coming from government, it seems. Voodoo, no point in press the attack is interesting, and I don't think that I like it. Makes sustaining much harder to do for this Legion Commander. She does pop her salve. And ooh, Fireman, level 9, Legion Voodoo leaving the lane to try to get dual wins was unfortunately unsuccessful, which does mean that it was a bit of wasted time for this Legion Commander, unfortunately allowing Fireman to catch up. He's now popped his ult. Perhaps wants to shove. Could be hard to do with Legion clearing the waves. But at top, they drop a rock, catching 2 heroes. A beautiful Impale follow-up to fantastic Chain Frost bouncing, but he dies anyway. The Carapace certainly not doing him any favors. That was really, forgive me, quite stunning. That Nick's stun was beautifully placed, allowing them to flawlessly follow up that Warlock Golem drop. And potential team accelerating to a 2k gold lead. They have duel, but not the mana for it. He's blocked. Even with it, how much damage does Sky do? 600? I don't think they kill this guy. Using the Golem, they will shove this in. Equipment queued up his power treads. Just wants some pretty basic early game items. Get some agility.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Fireman finding the Legion. He's out of mana. She's out of mana. No one can kill anyone. However, with Nyx Assassin showing up, they might be able to, but not enough mana for even a Dragon Tail. He did have that Soul Ring, but did not opt to use it. The PL has moved down here now too to try to find some kind of farmer pro, and as for tier 1 falls, but it's a rough position to be in for Team MODO. They were looking very strong the first few minutes in their lanes that weren't mid, which Potential have always been doing quite well, and thanks to the assistance provided by the supports on Potential.
Radiant's top tower
But
is getting walloped.
now farm is going to be spread pretty thin. They moved this PA into a lane that she really has no kill potential in, and in fact could be at risk in against the Dragon Knight. Warlock also moving towards the bot lane. Perhaps they want to get this tower too. Fireman with his Blink Dagger queued. Has his 2 man. Ooh, a long range impale, but no follow up. This guy's tanky, but is he that tanky? Nyx Assassin vendetted up, but I don't think anyone in their right mind is going to come out of here. Ooh, Griffey and Sky just trying to hide. Oh, he found Prodigal Sun. And I think he's chicken. Toasted chicken. Gets the Mystic Flare off. The bouncing from the Chain Frost doesn't seem like it's going to be enough. PA jumping in, trying to find her opportunity on that one hero. And this Chain Frost keep bouncing, doing a ton of damage. Warlock going to die too. They don't get anybody. In fact, actually, it's a 2 for 1 for now, but PA getting very, very low. She needs to have something to blink to, but Fireman not willing to chase his Breathe Fire on cooldown for a very long time. Well, 8 seconds. And a chase like that, a very long time. A great Chain Frost from Lich, though, to secure 2 kills for them and let them come out on top in that fight, especially as PA did survive, getting her the XP and the gold. Hunting for a Battle Fury, but still so far away. The only piece she has is a Ring of Health and the Quelling Blade. Phantom Lancer going to build his Diffusal Blade, of course. And going to be so hard to deal with. They don't really have great AoE unless the Tinker gets fed and unless the Legion gets a really big overwhelm.
Dire's top tower isn't well at the moment.
Now we're at bot, going in. PA getting super low. The Mystic Flare getting Nyx low too. Griffey does manage to jump away. Does Prodigal Sun really want to stay for this? There's no way that he can survive it. He's getting so low. Mana burn 2, and he should burn to death to the Dragon Knight dot. Uh-oh. They're going after him, dropping the Golem. It does get the stun. He's got his blink away. The Shadow Word. Griffey trying to escape. Fireman just wants this so bad. 3 seconds until his blink. Can his team follow up? But in fact, the Shadow Word probably going to be enough. Just taking down all that damage over time just from everybody on the side of Potential Team. Viper not even there. Be envious of that dot. Actually, both those heroes died to damage over times. And now, look at this. 6k, 6k, almost 7k on their cores. Potential Team just doing phenomenally well in their lanes. And a 7k advantage at just 16 minutes. It's another hard game for MODO to really find their footing. And once more, they'll need to, similarly to Lasso, they'll need to find duels. They'll need to pick off individual heroes and hope that they can get ahead or come back against them. A duel onto a Warlock. That's a nice, free, easy kill. But I don't think they can get him. No stuns. That's actually the biggest weakness of their draft. Their only stun is duel. So MODO can't catch TPing heroes unless they have duel. Whereas potential, you've got Impale, you've got the Dragon Tail, and of course you have the Golem. So team fights next to all, even going for picks will be hard for MODO as their control is so limited. Perhaps going to get an Atos on the Skywrath Mage, it's very standard stuff. The slow on Lich is really, really potent. What is it? It's 30%, and the ult slow is 65. So lots of slows, but I'm not sure that that will be enough. Then again, not a ton of mobility on like DK Viper. The hero they're going to have to worry about the most, their lack of stuns, is probably the Phantom Lancer. And speaking of worrying about Phantom Lancer, he is only 300 gold away from his Diffusal Blade, which is a huge damage spike for him. Government going to just run down heroes with that Diffusal. They won't be able to escape, but Allison, uh-oh. There's a lot of people here. They've got it, but they don't actually find anything. Legion blinking in. Does get the duel. Skywrath ult 2, and he should just barely die thanks to the laser finishing him off. Another duel win for Voodoo. That's the best bet that they have. Get tons of duels on your Legion, get those pickoffs, and then start pushing for objectives. Sorry again. It's a long day at work. Rockets revealing that they have vision there. A dagger slowing him down. Nice smoke to disjoint that data. Should be able to walk this one off. Really nice use of that smoke. I mean, you could argue not a good use of the smoke because he's
a nasty situation.
he used it just to escape. But now, if his teammates can show up, they've got a Chaotic Offering, they've got Fatal Bonds, but no one else there. TP's now heading into the top lane, want to try to cut off that Phantom Lancer, going after Voodoo.
Radiant's top tower is
Heal
under
himself,
attack.
being extremely careful. Blink, great duel just in time. The Mystic Flare isn't enough damage. The Rocket, they've got Laser, and a beautiful pickoff for them.
Radiant's top tower needs bandages.
Gil, I think, overestimating his ability to survive. Voodoo playing extremely well on this Legion Commander. Getting another duel almost off cooldown. He's getting them very, very fast.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. I see that Radiant just fortified their structures. Radiant's
Fortification
bottom
pop to
tower
try to
has
stop the DK
uninvited
push.
guests.
He did use his dragon form, so may be able to kill this tower. I don't know if they can kill that guy. He does blink away. They've not got duel, so no follow-up. He's got the rock, dropping it. Are any of their teammates there? They throw down the Chaotic Offering, the Chain Frost too. They'll get that damage coming in from that Fatal Bonds. It's taking so much. Two heroes already dead to it. A double kill for Allison. The Chain Frost keeps bouncing, slowing them down enough that they might be able to survive further. Blinking forward. This guy, he really wants it, but can they stop him? They've got another duel. Is there a Mystic Flare? They don't have it for a few seconds, and he's still going to die. Another victory for Voodoo. Fireman greatly overestimating himself, and Phantom Lancer not present for that encounter, meaning they're not really able to dive that deep, especially against the duel, and that was without Mystic Flares. They find that kill on a Dragon Knight, a very durable hero. 2-4-2, of course, favoring the team that is behind MODO. 500 gold in their favor, and roughly 500 experience too. So while still a potential advantage, MODO are beginning to find things. Only behind 3 kills. The biggest issue for them is that they're behind 3 towers. Sky now at level 10, picking up a tome. Got his 8 int talent. The 1000 damage Mystic Flare is a really big difference. And of course, we saw in the last fight, it was on cooldown for 4 seconds. The cooldown will be 20 seconds shorter too. So it's very important for Sky to get that level 12. Voodoo, though, can complete his Blade Mail. Has it on the Crow, or at least in the stash now, whereas Griffey's still going for the Battle Fury. I think at this point, you just go with something else. The Deso build or something. Like, it just feels so slow. I understand that he wants it for the PL, though. So I suppose you can justify it, but it does feel like a very slow Battle Fury for this Phantom Assassin. And another win. Jumping in now, trying to avenge their teammate. The Chain Cross bounces. There's a lot of illusions to soak up that damage, but the Blade Mill doing so much, and Government trying to escape now. Voodoo getting him so low, and an Impale does hit him. He does have the Spear. He sends it out. The Nyx Assassin Carapace too. They're just going to continue running away. Viper Strike will get the Legion Commander dead. Danny on the run. Allison with a killing spree, but will Danny be able to escape this? Nyx Assassin trying to get it. A Fire Breath 2. Impale in 1 second. Does he throw it out to try to get that stun? Danny, I don't know if he can get out of this. He's just running away as fast as he can. He's spotted now, and he's got to be dead. PL. The definition of creating space, that Lich kept them on their toes, kept them busy long enough for Phantom Assassin to pressure the spot tower, and then TP top to continue her farming. She's closing in now onto that Battle Fury, or at least the Demon Edge, and after the Demon Edge, the Battle Fury comes so quickly. But I worry it's not going to be enough, as this Phantom Lancer is just getting progressively bigger. We'll have his his Yasha soon, or at least even the Ultimate Orb. Their bot tower falling does get some more gold into the MODO coffers. While Griffey farming the jungle to finish that Battle Fury. Again, I just don't know if the Battle Fury is going to be enough. It depends on how much space Griffey has from this point forward with the Battle Fury. How long are they going to let him farm with this Battle Fury? Will he be, you know, dramatically accelerating his farm, or will fights suddenly start breaking out and he's not really able to use it for anything but killing PL illusions? That, I think, is probably the largest concern for the Phantom Assassin. Aether queued for the Tinker. I suspect he's going to go the Axe build. The Aether Axe build is pretty good. Get the AoE blind. I'm pretty sure that just obliterates illusions.
Dire's top tower is not on top of things.
A TP now from Fireman going top. He popped his Shadow Blade 2. He wants to get a stun on somebody going after Voodoo. The Infused Raindrop's eating one thing. She's trying to keep that fight going. Pops her Blade Mail. TP's coming in from everybody. Voodoo's still getting very, very low. Gets the duel off right away. Very aggressive. Warlock winning that. He's a tough guy now. And now Prodigal Sun on the run. I don't think he's going to get away. The Dragon Tail PL2. Legion Commander, the undefeated champion, defeated by a nerd. Simple continuing his farm. Oh, they found Simple, but they missed the Impale. Going after him now with the Dragon Tail, though. They do connect it, and it's a third hero dead. What's worse is they can transition this possibly into a tower of some kind. And look at these hero net worths. Graph, it's a continuous decline in favor of potential both in experience and gold. Very rarely do you seem that MODO are able to get any sort of advantage. And just like last game, it feels like potential team get ahead and MODO struggle to come back, struggle to get anything. The PA is continuing to farm, but is so far away from any really useful items. Even when she gets a Deso, Griffey is going to, if she gets hit by another toxin and gets broken, then that evasion, Griffey's whole game plan right now is just Blur will keep me alive. When you're broken and you don't have Blur or crit, then you're done. Another toxin is such a good spell. My goodness. So the Viper actually going for the attack speed. A lot of them like the spell lifesteal. I think I would have liked the spell lifesteal, but with a physical damage build, the attack speed perhaps has more value. Speaking of valuable attack and items, I know that was a bit forced, a bit ham-fisted. Heaven's Halberd queued up for Allison, another devastating item for the Legion Commander and the Phantom Assassin, who is still a fair bit away from her BKB. Once she gets that BKB, she'll be able to fight against the Halberd, she'll be able to survive it, but until that point, it's going to be incredibly difficult. The Manta done on Phantom Lancer and then turning it into a Silver Edge to just further cripple this Phantom Assassin is another thing that they're going to have to worry about. He is a fair ways away from it. Can I ping this? No. So like he's like 5k away from the Silver Edge. So let me Silver Edge. Yeah, he's like 5k away.
Dyer's top tower isn't well at the moment.
I think you're going to need to be careful blinking, and they see Simple. Can they get the spear onto him? He gets stunned by the Carapace, and now torn to bits by this Illusion army. And that's just the problem that Tinkers have against the Nyx. You can start blinking, you can TP out, you can try to blink, but you're going to get stunned on the Carapace thanks to the March of the Machines. With Tinker dead for 40 and Griffey up out the top lane, he does have a TP. It appears that they're emboldened, trying to shove. They've got that Dragon form. They have a Lock Rock too. They need to duel the Warlock if they want to try to take a fight here. It is 4v5 against a Golem and a Dragon form Dragon Knight. They do not have fortification available, and already Rax starting to get chipped. They're hitting the ranged Rax for now, maybe going to change targets, and it looks like Fireman really wants to get the guaranteed Rax.
Radiant's bottom
Still got some duration and are just going to back off now that Griffey has showed up.
Dyer's top tower is not on top of things.
Yeah, they should be okay. Viper going back to defend their top tower. And the rest of the team bailing. Oh, Fireman, now got to be careful. They've got dust on several of their heroes. He was clipped. Oh, he's gone now, I think, and PL going after Simple. Simple going to die. The Warlock Golem does hit 2 heroes. The Chain Frost starting to bounce around, hitting most of the illusions, but a win for Voodoo. And now another slow coming out, jumping away with that Doppelganger. Voodoo has no mana. Government needs to be incredibly cautious going forward, but Dragon Knight jumping in the back, finishing off Danny, but now it's PA here. And man, Fireman is just so tanky. I don't know if she can kill him. The Warlock Golem doing so much work too. They've gotten him pale. It does fly forward, doesn't hit anybody, and no one else going to continue that fight. They lose another 2 heroes in that exchange. The Tinker dying again, and Lich also dying just for the Warlock. Another fight that does not favor MODO, and 15k gold ahead for potential team.
Haste.
They got the ranged Rax at bot, meaning it will pretty much always be shoved in. And I would like to see them go for Roshan, or I'd like to see MODO get some wards, smoke up, and Rosh to try to get an Aegis on their PA so that she can maybe take a fight. Yeah, she's got armor corruption. Yeah, it just seems difficult for her. PL with the health and the attack speed, it's only going to get harder from here. If he gets 25 in this game, the 30% crit is just probably one of the best level 25 talents in the game. Whereas Fireman will get level 20 soon, and I imagine we'll get the Dragon Blood HP regen and armor bonus, because that's 24 armor against a Legion Phantom Lancer. Aether complete on Tinker, but I don't know if he just has enough money. Viper going in deep. Mixed Assassin too. Legion getting extremely low. And so are these heroes. The Mystic Flare taking down, but Allison is so tanky. Now on the run, silenced up. Danny changes the chase. They get the dust off. Next 204 eats one, and now a jump in for another, and that Tinker going to die too. Danny on the run, but so low. Impaled, and he's dead. A double kill for 204. 4 for nothing. And PA trying to shove mid, trying to get any objective for her team at all. Fortification is available. They have buyback on 2. It's likely they'll be forced to do it as Phantom Lancer is split pushing the bot, forcing PA to make a decision, and I don't think she can 1v1 any of these heroes. MODO going to struggle badly to survive this. The Fatal Bonds will make this creep wave disintegrate once they come up. This tower not long for this world either. 2 lanes of Rax down at just 30 minutes and 19k gold, soon to be more than that as the Rax gold comes into play.
Radiant's top barracks have had better times.
All their heroes are respawning. They got melee Rax.
Radiant's top barracks met their demise.
Slow jump in. Griffey going after this Warlock. He doesn't have a gold, not for 5 seconds, so they can't get him. Fireman able to blink away, but PL finishing off this Rax at the bot lane, preventing them from pursuing any further, and if they do so, it'll cost them. The melee Rax now dead, so a lane and a half ahead for potential team, and they got the melee Rax at top, which means this wave is going to be pushed very, very hard, and the ranged Rax could just die to a wave of creeps if they're not careful.
Is mine.
MODO have okay wave clear because they have the PA Battle Fury, they have the March, but it's a long road to come back for them in this game. I think the potential heroes scale so well, especially the PL and the Dragon Knight. PA scales excellently, but they have lots of great counters for her. PL has a Monkey King bar, there is a Viper, It's very pot, and Silver Edge now done on the Dragon Knight. PA's game just got so much harder, no matter how much farm she gets. I'm just not sure that Griffey is going to be able to survive if he gets caught by any of these heroes. He did manage to pull ahead of Allison, though, who does have a pipe, which will help the team a lot against the Chain Frost. I think probably one of the most problematic parts of the game for them is the Chain Frost. Griffey on the run. He might get caught. They did have creeps seeing him, but they could go for somebody else. There's no towers. Dragon Knight sees somebody and instantly eats that Skywrath for breakfast. He's got his blink too, but I don't think he wants to blink up onto that rash or onto that 2-3. Sky can buy back. I wonder if they want to push or perhaps go for Roshan. They're moving towards the pit. And this is their goal, getting a Roche on their PL, or their Dragon Knight will allow them to run right up high ground, even though the Dragon form will end here soon. Oh my goodness. This poor Roshan, it's just not fair. Look at this. Now Allison standing outside the pit, and there's really nothing that they can do to stop this. Vegas picked up by Government, and oh boy. Only one tier 3 and one ranged Rex stands between MODO and defeat. PL going after these shrines. More free gold for his team, basically. Good effort from 204 to try to stop that Tinker, but he didn't get back to his base in time. Has his Axe queued up, but it just may not come up in time for them to actually defend it. But they're down on lane and have a Rax. They're potentially about to be down for a quick duel. Are they going to be able to protect this Warlock? A nice disarm just in time. Will the Warlock win? I couldn't see who won. I think he did. And now the Chain Frost coming out. The pipe pop, keep him tanked up and alive as long as possible. The Chain Frost bouncing around, but it's not going to do anything. Lich going to die too. No buybacks. PA dead. No buyback. And so is that Skywrath. He's got buyback, but I don't think it matters. That's 4 heroes dead. And the Tinker, he does have buyback. If he dies, I don't know if they can stop this. No fortification. And PL and Dragon Knight out for blood. GG is called as MODO fall 2-0 to potential team. Again, no one is eliminated in this, as it is a best of 2, but it will determine playoff seeding later. Congratulations, potential team, for the 2-0 victory, and good luck, MODO, going forward. I hope you guys enjoyed this cast. It was a little rough around the edges, I know, but I had a good time, and you know what? I hope you did too, and I hope these teams did as well. Potential team, of course, have some reason to celebrate, as they did win 2-0, but MODO, I think they've got a lot of potential. They had some good individual play in there. I think they just need to maybe come together a bit more as a team. So good luck to both these teams going forward, and I will see you guys next time on stream. I hope you enjoyed the cast. If you have any feedback, please let me know. Thank you again so much for tuning in and sticking around. And if you followed or anything of that nature, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I have all of that stuff turned off, those notifications for when I cast, so I can't catch it during a cast. Thank you guys again so much. And I really hope you enjoyed the cast, and I hope potential team continue to perform so well. So again, thank you again for tuning in, and this is Nefarious signing off for tonight.